Hey, kitty. Thanks. Oh my god.
What's up, guys? Brisen here, and I'm going to be profiling my hero Synchro deck. That was Sapphire and the cat. She laid down on the box.
Yeah.
Jax is still over there. Alright, guys. Let's go over this for you. This is a deck I just recently built, but I really like it because it's got access to a lot of powerful level 8 synchros, which for me are my favorite in the game. I think they're the most powerful. But some of the main cards it focuses on is 3 Destiny Hero Malicious, and then 3 Plague Spreader Zombies. So how it works is you get these guys engraved, and you can banish Malicious to special summon a copy from your deck to give you your 6, and then you can bring back Plague Spreader with his effect, and that's level 2, so 6 and 2 give you an 8 right there. So that's the main combos of the deck. That's how it works. Focuses around these guys. I play 3 Dark Grepher. You can special them by ditching them a level 5 or higher dark, so if you ditch a Malicious, you can play them and you have a Malicious in grave. And then you can discard a card, so maybe you have a Plague Spreader in hand, and send one from your deck to grave, so it helps you get them into your graveyard.
Maybe we are going to end up living in this hellhole. 525 for 1,000 square feet. 2-bedroom.
Play 3 Armageddon Knight. This card is summoned. It ditches a dark from your deck to grave, so 3 malicious. So your 3 malicious, 3 plague spreaders. You can send either of those from your deck to grave, so then you can get it going. And then off this new list, which was one of the reasons why I thought this deck would be cool idea too, they bumped Summoner Monk up to 3. So I play 3 of him. And what's cool about him is you play a lot of spells in this deck, so you can ditch him to special summon your Armageddon Knight, and since his effect just says when he's summoned, once he's special summoned, you can ditch one. So you could play, so it's like you're playing 6 copies of him to ditch these to grave, which is pretty awesome. Helps you open up for Exceed plays too. Then I play 2 Goblinberg. It helps unbrick your hands, so I play it, just play him, normal summon Armageddon Knight or Dark Grepher. Have 2 monsters that Exceed, and you can still send one from your deck to your grave. So helps you give you a power play. Play 1 Destiny Hero Diamond Dew because I play a lot of normal spells, so you can get their effects off. 1 Blackwing Zephyr is just for another dark target if you don't need a Plague Spreader or Malicious Engrave. Help you Exceed or Link Summon. And then I'm taking 1 Parry Knights. This card is super good, so if you take bad damage, special summon from your hand, and special monster room attack less than or equal to the damage you took. So if you have like him and a Plague Spreader in hand, once they attack you, get special summon and special summon Plague Spreader, and that's a 6 and a 2 to go into level 8. So he's just another level 6 to help you sink. And he's an Earth for Mrs. Radiant, which is cool. On to spells, I play 2 Allure Darkness. Every monster in the deck, but the 2 Goblinbergs and the 1 Parry Knight are all dark, so you have a lot of targets. Helps you draw. I play 2 Pot of Acquisitiveness. Or Acquisitiveness. There you go. Pot of Acquisitiveness. I just got the card. I actually just found out it existed. So I've taken it in here. You can target 3 of your banished cards, shuffle them back into the deck, and then draw cards. So it bless you.
My bad.
You're cool. So it helps you reuse your Maliciouses or your Plague Spreaders from your Banish Zone. And then I play 2 Pot of Desires. Banishing, since you need 3 copies of Malicious, this card's kind of bad because you can banish the copies you need to special summon. But it gives you free draw too. It's a normal spell for your Diamond Dude. And in this deck, there's a Synchro monster deck. I'm show you that this deck revolves around get out real easy. That can help you reuse those cards. This is all my consistency / drawing spells. For defense, I play 2 Forbidden Chalice. Use it defensively or offensively, making your monster gain 400 to attack over something, or when they attack and you make you bigger. Or you can just negate your opponent's monster effect. And it's a spell for Summoner Monk. 2 My Body is a shield, because a lot of my cards on protection against destruction. They do a lot of things like control the pace of the game, so I need to protect myself from like still the 1 Slumber that's left, Torrential, Mirror Forces, Dark Holes, or Geki. So it's a good card. Still a spell. 2 Scapegoats. I love this card. Helps defend your life points. On top of it, there's a combo that I was learning from OCG deck profiles, where you can take 2 of the tokens and make a Mrs. Radiant, and then take the other 2 and make a Proxy Dragon, so you can play Link monsters just off of this 1 card. So during your opponent's end phase, during your turn, you make it, and it lets you bring a lot of extra deck cards, so gives you kind of like an established board. I play 1 DDR, just to bring back your Malicious or your Plague Spreader, anything's banished. 1 Inferno Reckless Summon. This card is awesome. So, let me just zoom in so you guys can see it. When a monster 15 or less attack, a special summon, and my opponent controls monster, I special summon all cards the same name. So let's let's say I have a Summoner Monk and I use it to special summon an Armageddon Knight. Well, Armageddon Knight is 1400, so that means I can special summon the other 2 copies from my deck, and then I get all 3 of their effects to send a Dark Monster from deck to grave. So that's a Plague Spreader Malicious right there, and maybe like a Zephyros. Or if I special summon a Plague Spreader off its own effect, I can special summon the other 2 copies from deck, or if I special summon Malicious off of it, I can special summon his other copy from the deck. So it's a really cool combo card. I only play the one because it only comes up every so often, because usually you'll get the other copies of your deck. But if you do open this, pretty good. 1 reinforcement, your Armageddon Knight, your Dark Grepher, your Goblin Bird, your Diamond Dude are all warriors, so add them from deck to hand. 1 foolish, again, send stuff from your deck, so Zephyros, Plague Spreader, Malicious to get your combo started. And I play 1 Darkhold because you can still play 1 Inargeki for board clearance, because for some reason this card's still legal and they took Darkhold down to 1. I think it's just so they can make money off of it. That's what Sapphire was saying, so she's probably right. This card's like $20, so why would they hit that card they make $20 off of instead of just hitting one of them that you can find for like 50 cents? But still cool. If it's legal, we'll play it. And then for my trap run 2, 1 Compulse and 1 Torrential for board clearance on summon, and then just to bounce something away or bounce something that's your own, like an Armageddon Knight or Dark Grepher to reuse. That's it for the main deck. 40 cards. Off to the extra deck. The main monster I was talking about earlier. 2 Siphon Lord Omega. So this card's sweet. It can recycle your Maliciouses or your Plague Spreaders from your Banish Zone. And with Pot of Desires, it doesn't have to be face up to shuffle it back into your deck. Or put it back on top of your deck. Or back in your grave or back on top of your deck, so you can activate it and use its effect to place one of your banished cards back in. So it's not a bad thing if you banish it off of Desires. And I play the 2 because of the hand loop combo, so during your opponent's main phase, or any main phase, you can banish hand, banish a card from your opponent's hand, it comes back to your next standby phase. Well, then during your opponent's turn, you can return one of their banished cards to their graveyard. So what'll happen is, I'll wait until my opponent's main phase, I'll banish one, take a card out of their hand and banish it, and then I'll use the other one to use its effect to place that card back in their graveyard, so then they won't get that card back during my next standby phase. So it kind of eats away at their hand. 1 Colossal Fighter, because again, most of the monsters I play in my deck are warrior. This guy is one of my favorite level 8s anyways. There's a lot of warrior decks out there, and if you crash something or he gets destroyed, you can special summon him. Or what I've done to my friends a lot is, since there's a lot more BLS now being played, since there's 2 of them, they'll play BLS, so I'll just purposely, if it's at 3000 swing to their BLS, special summon it, and then use their BLS against them, which is pretty cool. 1 Scrap Dragon just for spell and trap card removal, kind of, or spot removal. 1 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. I like this better than the Scarlet, because the Scarlet just destroys all special summon monsters. He'll just do any attack position monsters, so even normal summons, which is cool. He can still attack. 1 Stardust. I really like this card. My favorite level 8 Synchro. He's sweet, and he stops destruction with all those board wipes out. Plus, what's cool about him and Siphon Lord Omega is when they get brought back by their effect, they're not being brought from the extra deck zone. They're being special summoned from like the banished pile of the graveyard. So instead of coming back in your extra deck monster zone, they come in your main monster zone. So that means that you still get to put something there, which is really cool. And your Omegas can cycle themselves. So I also only play the 2, because if one gets destroyed, you can just put itself back in your extra deck. And then for my 6s, for Plague Spreader on my level 4, they play 1 Star Discharge Warrior to basically get a +1 draw, and then 1 No Thung. The Starlight. Don't have any Black Moon monsters normal summon, but he'll do a free 800 like a cowboy and make some of 800 less attacks, so you can just swing over it, which is cool. To my Exceeds, I play 1 Castel for spot removal and floodgate removal, and then like 1 Honor Arc, because I just like this card. To get rid of a special monster. He stops himself from being destroyed, and he's got 2100 instead of 2000, so if I do take something to attack directly, he's got a little bit more than Castel. Then my last Exceed, 1 Heroic Champion Excalibur. Play most minor warriors again, 8 level 4 warriors in the deck, I'm pretty sure, so there's a 4000 beer I can bring out. And on to links, for the Scapegoat combo, I play 2 Mrs. Radiant and 1 Proxy Dragon, because sometimes you'll need to use it to save yourself from attacks, so they'll get rid of like 1 or 2 of the tokens, so you won't have all 4 to bring out another Proxy, but you can still have 2 to bring out the Mrs. Radiant. And then my last one, I'll play 1 Decode Docker, just because it's a generic link. It's pretty strong. So yeah. You can also use that combo with the Scapegoat to, if you have Proxy Dragon out, just summon 1 monster and send the Proxy Dragon the 1 monster to bring out the Decode Talker, since it's a link too, so it can help you get him out too. Alright guys. So that is my Hero Synchro deck, one of my new ones that I've been playing. I haven't actually used this version against my friends yet, or Sapphire, but this deck's really awesome. I really like it. It's got a lot of cool things going for it, a lot of cool combos you can use, and it abuses that Omega like I was talking about, so I really like it. I hope you guys liked it. You can comment, like, and subscribe. Spurzen out. Gizmo and Sapphire out. Oh yeah. Jack's out too. Still contemplating his life. Alright. I'll see you guys. Peace.